We know that cyber threats are increasing faster than cyber defenses can improve. We hear large-scale hacking of several big companies every year, leading to hundreds of million people's personal information getting exposed. Hackers can launch sophisticated attacks by spending a few dollars on dark web. A hacker can easily launch a sophisticated attack when personal information is already known. Biometrics are now playing a part in authenticating users when they log into a device. What if there is a way to authenticate devices using a system similar to biometrics? Siometrix is our patent-pending breakthrough technology that determines the DNA of the hardware used to make devices. Siometrix, or device authentication, is used as a form of identification and access control. Biometrics are body measurements and calculations related to human characteristics. Biometric authentication methods are used as a form of identification and access control. Examples include fingerprint, palm veins, face recognition, DNA, and palm print. Examples of other means of authentication are driver's license, passport, password, authenticator, or personal identification number. There are well-known techniques that can break each of the authentication methods. Two identical devices like two iPhones rolling off the assembly line in the same manufacturing batch would be almost impossible to tell apart, but Siometrix can tell them apart as easily as one can tell an iPhone from Samsung. Siometrix is different from device fingerprint, a software-defined method that can't distinguish identically configured devices, while Siometrix can. Since Siometrix are unique to individual devices, they are more reliable than existing methods in verifying the validity of the device and are therefore stronger defenses. While there are cyber defense measures to prevent rate of digital identity fraud, combining those measures with Siometrix will make hackers' job extremely difficult. Shantanu is the inventor of Siometrix. He has more than 25 years of cybersecurity experience in organizations of all sizes in very senior positions like Head of Architecture Advisory and Review Board in Siemens. He was the chief architect of a public key infrastructure product suite that was used by the US and Belgian presidents for signing electronic signature bills. Financial transactions provide a good example of current cybersecurity risk exposures. In this example, device A intends to send a financial transaction to device B. The server in between facilitates this process and is potentially vulnerable to attack. Device C is a hacker who takes control of the server, identifies the transaction, intercepts the transaction and sends it to their own device. The big red arrow is your money going to someone else. This hack was successfully used in a Korean exchange to siphon off $2 million. Since the start of 2020, there have been over 1,400 similar incidents, averaging a total of 14 hijacks a day. These attacks include high-profile incidents involving large companies and national telecom operators. This is where Siometrix comes into play. All participating devices in a transaction are uniquely identified through their Siometrix. Each device's unique Siometrix becomes an identification marker, ensuring that if any device is not matched, the transaction ceases or does not occur. All of this is done in a split second and increases the security. In the financial transaction of a previous slide, consider the hacker has gained control of the server. In this case, the difference with the Siometrix approach is stark. Under the Siometrix approach, only 3 devices are authenticated by their unique silicon characteristics: device A, device B, and the server. Device C is not authenticated. Hence, if the hacker attempts to move or divert the transaction to device C, the hack fails. This approach will block the transaction to move to a device that is not authenticated. It will render any device data captured by device C useless, as it can detect this activity and decline the transaction. This leaves the hacker with only one option, and that is to deny the service. That could be inconvenient. But your money or data is safe. This survival against server hijack is in addition to the normal authentication provided by existing providers. Please email us to learn more about Siometrix and how it can help your business. Thank you for watching this short presentation.